Yeah. Oh, right.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Still looking at birds.
Mm-hmm. That's a big one that I missed. Might be my number one.
Might be your number one.
Might be.
Oops.
Like species on there, or are they all specific birds?
No, you can have some species
Okay.
if you want to. I don't mind. All right. So we have a couple
I have
minutes.
11.
Yeah, I have 10. This is gonna be a good list.
All right.
I could have added 11, but I restrained myself.
See, there might be one that's not. Nah, these are all pretty deserving.
Birds is good. There's some flexibility we can do with it.
Hmm. I know birds is good.
Okay. I don't know. Is there anything else we need to talk about? I think we're good with just that, right?
Yeah, no, I think that should be fine.
I'm
Oh
gonna
man, I forgot about another legendary bird.
pull up lists on or scores.
I need to get rid of some of these. And I cut myself down to 10.
You dropped one from your list.
I got 3. I shot
Damn.
up to 13. I cut him down.
Yeah, you got to make sure who really deserves to be on there.
Yeah, no.
Oh, my lighting's not very well.
The daytime lighting be different. Are we up
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah, we are up on right now.
Okay.
Okay. I can throw up this and we'll be fine. Okay. Let me tell everyone that we're live and then we'll call it a day. We need some more comments. Yeah, let's get some more live comments.
Wait.
All right. Okay, it's up on my story. It is 12:30. We'll wait a second. Wait a little minute. And then we start recording. Okay, you ready, Chris? All right, let me get my
Just
time.
putting the link in.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Start recording. And once my timer says 6:30, we'll start recording. Make it easier. I guess it doesn't matter now, but whatever. All right, I'm gonna start in the 5. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
How you guys doing?
Doing pretty well, Chris. Doing pretty well. It's a nice rainy day out today.
Yeah, I was supposed to work all day, 11 to 8, and at 10 in the morning, shortly after I got up, I got a text from my supervisor saying, "Don't go to the pool, we're closing." And I was like, "Yes." Felt like a snow day.
There's not many better texts than that.
Yeah, there's not.
There's not many better texts than that. But it's snow day comparable. I know what you're saying. Because then you're just sitting at home and you're like, well, now what do I do? Now what do I do all day?
Oh, I know. I haven't had a free day in like, almost 2 weeks now. Because I worked 7 days in a row, and then the one day I had off, I played golf in the morning and then went up to the Phillies game later that day. This is the
Man.
first day that I was just like sitting around. I was like, what do I do?
Yeah? Nice.
It's nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it's good, nice. So yeah, nice day out, or not bad day out, but nice day to be a wise guy, and good day to watch some basketball. It's a shame it's not a Saturday, because then
Yeah.
the basketball games would be during the day. But anywho, let's get right into the basketball games, and let's just start off with the state of the NBA right now. How I want to view it, with the Brooklyn Nets coming off 2 dominating wins, and then a loss that they barely lost to the Milwaukee Bucks. Is the NBA screwed if the Brooklyn Nets win the championship?
I don't think they're screwed, but I think this year is like almost a wash. 'Cause there's no one that can beat them.
There's no one that can beat but there's so many good players that just won't win a championship unless they're on the other good players' team.
Hmm.
We're screwing ourselves where, like, Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Yeah, that has an injury, so maybe let's not count them. But let's have Dame Lillard and Portland Trailblazers. They just won't ever win a championship.
Mhm.
They will never win a championship, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think the problem is there's no way to like prevent super teams from forming.
Yeah.
Because like there's no rule that you can put in place that says you can't trade for good players and
Yeah.
sign good free agents. And like they have the cap space and all.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's just like the way that the league is trending, and it sucks that guys can just eat their way out of town, like just choose not to play,
Yeah.
just so they can go to a team that's going to win a championship. Because it feels like this year, even if Harden were to not come back, which he's going to come back, they're going to be even more dominant.
I know. It's like once they
They're
face
still the best team.
Yeah, once they face the West teams, it doesn't matter if Harden's playing or not. I feel like they just outmatch everyone, and they lost today or yesterday by 3 points. And it's a great win by the Bucks, because the only 2 players that scored like any points were Middleton and Giannis. But
Mhm.
like, do you think they can do it again? I just don't think so.
Like that was probably the Nets' worst game of the playoffs. They
Yeah,
beat them by 3 points.
they made by three
Like it
points.
just it's not gonna happen again. They're not gonna look that bad offensively. And I had first take on for a second this morning because I turned on the TV before I was able to like get to Hulu.
Mhm.
Saw it on first take, and the headline was the Nets lose game 3 because of their offense. And I was like, they scored 80 points. So yeah, they did lose because of their offense. They're used to scoring like 120 a game.
I know,
And
and
if they
like,
have an off game and only lose by 3, I mean, it's over.
yeah, there's no way. Like, this is the first time they've ever scored like in the 80s. I feel like with them two healthy all year,
Mhm.
and there's no way they can do that again. And like the one thing you can look at if you're a Bucks fan, you can be like, so say you get more points from Brook Lopez and more points from Drew Holiday, maybe you can try to repeat this, but I I have no idea if they're not gonna shoot from 36% again.
Yeah. No, and it felt like that was the Bucks. Like that was their best performance. Like, they
And
did.
you know
They
what's
fought
funny?
so hard just to get the one win.
And their best performance was with 37% shooting from the field and
Mhm.
19% from 3
Yeah. No, I
and
mean they weren't good either.
63%
But
from free throws. That's a terrible stat right there. 63% from
yeah.
free throws. That's
I mean the
abysmal.
whole game, like both teams just did not look good. But the
No,
Bucks to get up, what were they up like 30-9 in the first quarter?
it was like 30,
Then
yeah.
halftime, it's like basically a tied game. You can't let that happen.
Yeah, I don't like I think there needs to be some way to even out the playing field, but I don't know if there's a way to do it besides maybe shortening the schedule.
How would that help?
You shorten the schedule like today it makes the regular season actually matter. So the guys actually at least care about the regular season, and then maybe someone gets injured like the Lakers and LeBron, and then they're all of a sudden they're the seventh seed instead of the first seed. I don't know. It could help a little bit. Like that's
Yeah, I
because
guess.
we were thinking it was going to be LeBron and the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets. We're missing
Hmm.
out on LeBron and the Lakers because of injuries, because of the shortened season, and because of um them having to play the playing game. So I don't know. That's the way to solve it, but I don't even think they're gonna do that. So
Yeah, I mean, it's gotten to the point where, like, at least this year, where I think people are kind of hoping for injuries on the Nets just to make them more beatable, which is not a good place for the league to be in.
no, it's
So
not a good place. Yeah.
I don't know what to do about it because they're
Well,
gonna win.
they're gonna win, and then the offseason, Dame Lillard will get traded eventually.
Hmm.
He'll get traded, just because that's the way the players work now. If they want out, if he actually wants out and wants to go to a contender, he will be on a contender. He will be traded,
Hmm.
and
But at least in Lillard's case, like he's been in Portland for his entire career. He's had a pretty long career. They haven't been able to put anything around him. So at least from his perspective, it's like, all right, well, you can see why he wants out.
yeah, and that makes sense. But it's just sad that like if we're talking about if Luca never gets like a second star to play with, will Luca ever win a championship? Will there ever
Mhm.
be like the 2010 Dallas Mavericks or the Toronto Raptors ever again, where
Yeah,
there's just the one team goes crazy a year, and I just feel like it won't happen. It's just gonna be the same people all the time.
yeah.
Is that the
I
power
sorry, I'm
washing?
distracted. My
Is that power
my
washing?
window right now is just getting obliterated by the power wash. So yeah, I got distracted there for a second. But yeah, I don't. I mean, I feel like we had this conversation too when LeBron first went to the Heat, and it's not like it's ruined the league. Like I think it's better when you have stars stay in their cities for the majority of their career, and you get different teams winning the championship every year. Like the NBA's never really been like that. Like you feel like you always have a dominant team.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know. They could do this in their advantage and market like the way that they're doing the off season is I mean, people care about that more than the regular season. So,
Mm, I do.
yeah, the off season's way more fun than the regular season is. So, I don't know. I guess they can't really monetize off of it, but at least they're still getting the publicity from that.
Hmm. Yeah, and it's a stars-driven league. Like they're gonna get ratings when they would much rather have the LeBron Anthony Davis Lakers face the Durant Harden Kyrie Nets than have Utah Jazz in the finals. Even though like that's what we want. We'd
Yeah.
rather see teams that haven't been there before. That's not what makes them the most money.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good fact. But like, if the Utah Jazz, uh, like they're the 1 seed, and we talked about it a million times, no one cares about them because they don't have the star power. They still can't beat the Nets. So I don't know. Hopefully this is all just an overreaction. But
Yeah,
I
who knows? Maybe Milwaukee wins Game 4 and then it's a series again.
I hope
It's
so.
just
I really do hope
it's
so.
hard to believe, hard to see that happening. That's all.
Yeah, and like what we talking about, Giannis now he technically like it's a smaller, but it's a big three. He has a second option in Chris Middleton and a third option in Drew Holiday, which they're all stars. They're all good players. And again, that doesn't even matter. They got blown out
It's
in the first 2
nothing.
games.
Yeah, it's not even close to what
Yeah.
the Nets have.
No, it's not.
Not even
So,
close.
man. But I don't know. Maybe I just got to start enjoying the Brooklyn Nets. If I start like, being like, oh, they, at least they play well and they look cool, but maybe I just got to suck it up and start enjoying the Nets.
Yeah, it's for me. It's so hard to root for a team like that, especially when the guys aren't likable.
Yeah, it's
I don't
it's bad
like,
enough.
If I at least liked some of the guys, it'd be like, all right, but I don't like anyone on that team except for like I don't know, maybe Joe Harris or.
I like Blake Griffin only because of.
Yeah, I guess I'm
Blake
fine with Blake Griffin,
but
yeah.
That's the only.
But none of the big three, they're all weenies.
I know that it's ridiculous.
Although Durant is incredible. I do enjoy watching him play.
Yeah, and I like watching Kyrie Irving play. At least Kyrie Irving play like his play style is amazing. He's a master of basketball. But like I don't like watching James Harden play.
I hate watching Harden play.
Watching Harden play.
Really cannot stand him. I have no problem with him as a person, other than I think he's kind of a boob for the way he left Houston. But just his play style is, I hate it.
Yeah,
he's
terrible.
so good though.
I know, and you can't stop him.
You can't stop, and if you do, it doesn't matter.
I know, because he'll just pass it to Durant or Kyrie Irving.
Yeah. But talking about the actual game for a second, how is Durant not the one touching the ball or taking the last shot? Instead, it's Bruce Brown.
I don't know why Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown thought that this was his time to shine. He was like, all right, this is what they signed me for. Just went straight to the hoop and got blocked.
I mean, and credit to him because he did have a really good game. And they're probably not even in that spot if it wasn't for him. Like, because the other guys were pretty cold for a while. And he made it a game. But you got to find Durant. And Durant was not missing either. It scored like 11 points in a row.
Yeah, Durant, and the way Durant shoots, it's just like every time he shoots, I'm like, all right, that's got to go in. He just has that.
You can't guard him.
No, you can't. He's 7.
He's literally unblockable. And Middleton was like he kept trying to take shots over Durant. I was like,
this is the only. I think the only way the Bucks can win if PJ Tucker keeps like chirping at Kevin Durant. They need.
Maybe just get in his head a little bit.
Yeah. Once he gets in his head, it'll be something dangerous. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. They have to win Game 4.
That being
if
said,
they get 3-1, they're absolutely screwed.
That being said, PJ Tucker also needs to score more than 0 points. So, so he needs to get in his head and score points.
They need someone to step up as a third scoring option because you don't win with two guys scoring. Was it like 80% of their points?
I think it was 79. Like the technical was 79%, which is
insane.
Yeah.
You don't win like that.
No, you can't. And especially when you're facing against 2 of the best scorers of all time, and then 3 if Harden plays. Yeah, it's scary, but at least
After game 2, I was just like, well, this might be a series, but it's
yeah,
got rocked
yeah,
by
same.
like 50.
At least
I don't know.
the uh at least the West is interesting.
Hmm. That
I
Jazz
like
Clipper series is
the
fun.
yeah, the Jazz Clippers series is really fun. Donovan Mitchell, I mean, he's that guy, but again, I don't think Rudy's gonna work out for to win a title, so they're gonna need another guy eventually.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, they're one of those teams where it's like, if they don't win it this year, they're never going to win it. 'Cause you're not going to have another season like they have this
If they
year.
don't make the finals this year,
Hmm.
they're not making
Like,
it ever again.
yeah, they're like what the Rockets were year when they were the top team in the NBA.
Yeah.
It's like teams like that just don't have sustained success. Like they're good for a while, but they're not dominant like they were this year.
Mhm.
Like this is the year where they got to win, or they're never going to.
And maybe they like I don't know. They got to play less of Georgie Nang though. Why the hell is that guy still in the league? That guy has
Good
been on like
question.
every team. Anyways, but if Gobert can keep scoring more, they have Bogdanovich that like the problem with the not the problem. The good thing about the Jazz is I feel like anyone can score on their team. Like even off the
Yeah,
bench,
no,
Joe
they can.
Ingles and Jordan Clarkson, uh, even Derek Favors sometimes. I mean today, yeah, last game he had nothing, but Derek Favors sometimes can have a couple points, like 10. So if they can get Gobert to score some more, they could be a team to beat, which would be fun.
The problem with the Nets though, or not the Nets, Jazz, if they place I'm all over the place right now. If they play the Nets in the finals, you've got Gobert, who's the defensive player of the year, but like, who's he going to guard? He's going to defend inside. What's that going to do?
That's
They're all shooters,
that's the thing.
and Harden draws a foul every time he gets in the paint.
That's the thing. They need to hide like not hide Gobert, but they need to make sure Gobert is good offensively for that series because if he gets 20 rebounds and you know 20 points, they'll be in good shape because the Nets center is awful. The center position is terrible for them. That's the one weakness they have.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't think it matters that much though. Even if they
Because
do
then
get
it's
that
just
production from him.
Donovan Mitchell versus the world.
Hmm.
But I don't know. They a couple heat check games. Maybe they could at least make it a series if they ever face the Nets. But that's getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, that's way ahead.
Yeah, because I think the Clippers could come back from this, and I like the Clippers have kind of been fun this playoffs.
Yeah, George is kind of fallen back into his old bubble ways the
It's funny
last two
because
games.
and then today he was kind of good. He had 27, better than the rest of the team,
He
or
didn't shoot
besides
well
Reggie
though.
Jackson.
If you
Oh,
look at
I
like
didn't
how
see
many
his.
shots he took,
No, I didn't see how many shots he took.
yeah, he not great.
Yeah, I mean, I just think this team has a lot going for them, uh, and a lot like that's still still comedic about them too.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they won this series though. They haven't
It,
lost at home yet. Still got 3 games in LA. It's tough to win in Utah. They only
yeah,
have
that's
to beat
true.
them once there.
It's funny I could see them going to the finals too. This would have to be their year, and it's anyone from the West I could see going to the finals. Besides the Nuggets,
Hmm.
the Nuggets look dead.
Yeah, no, the Nuggets without Murray they really don't have a shot.
I feel bad
Suns are
for the
another
Nuggets.
team. Yeah, I do too. The Suns are legit though.
Yeah, the Suns are good because it's not all a couple guys. It's the whole team. The whole team's really
Mhm.
working together, and and then if it needs to be, Booker can turn it on and score 45.
Mhm.
So yeah, the Suns are well balanced. They could. That's another team where if it's not this year, because Chris Paul is gonna get older, get an
Yeah,
extension.
but they're a young team that's like it's mostly young guys and Chris Paul.
They,
You know?
yeah, I just think they need that Chris Paul thing. So hopefully I feel like he'll stay if they give him the right
Yeah, I'm
contract.
sure he will.
But they need Chris Paul to stay at the level he's at right now.
They
At
gotta
least,
get older,
yeah,
basically.
yeah, or get another point guard that can be
Hmm.
behind Chris Paul in case Chris Paul gets old.
Yeah, but they're close to being a really good team.
Yeah, if Ayton can like really become dominant, and then with Booker, that's a
Hmm.
good team.
Hmm.
Oh man, and I don't know, Suns fans, like real Suns fans, they've had a long time ahead of them, so or behind them, so good times ahead for them.
Yeah, it's been well. This year was like the first time in what, like 20 years that they hosted a playoff game. Maybe not that long, but
No,
it's
I think it was
been
10
a long
years.
time.
They made it to the playoffs finally.
In the NBA, that's when you have half the league making the playoffs.
Yeah,
It's a long
it's a
time
long
to
time,
not
and
be in it.
that's a lot of dreadful years.
Hmm.
Just because it's like that's the thing. Like the 82 season game, it's just like it's grueling by the end if you suck.
Hmm. Yeah, what do you do? I always felt bad for like the post game, the pre and post game guys on teams like that, especially like the Sixers when they were
Yeah,
tanking for 3, 4 years in a row. And it's like, what do you say every night? You're just like, yeah, we're not good.
or like yeah,
Guess we'll
like
just cut it there.
yeah. And I guess those Sixers teams at least should be like, well, we're trying to tank, so
Yeah,
trust the
right.
process. But like, what do you
But they
say about
can't
like?
say that. They gotta act
Yeah, it's
like,
true.
yeah,
That's
they really
true.
put out a. They tried tonight. They tried their hardest. Came up short again. Always tomorrow. It's like, yeah, your GM's trying to lose, but
God, I'm looking at the all of the scores and the Bucks Nets 86 to 125. It's just horrendous.
yeah, no, you'll get games like that in the playoffs where weird things happen. There's been games in the finals where it's like that low scoring. You're like, what's going on here?
Oh, I'm talking about the game 2 where they blew them out by 39 points. That was
Oh
brutal.
yeah, that.
That was brutal.
I don't know how you come back from that.
I
They
mean,
did.
luckily they did. So the Sixers Hawks series, that's been good so far.
Hmm?
It's I'm excited to see the game 3 today, and you know what's funny? I was watching or looking at the box score because I was at work on this game, and Solomon Hill was playing. I was like, why the hell is Solomon Hill on? Like, I didn't even know he was still in the league. Why is he starting a playoff game?
Yeah, I honestly forgot that he existed.
I I didn't know. Like, I was actually shocked. I was like, that. There's no way that guy is starting a playoff game. But yeah, is that the power washing coming back?
my other window is getting it. I I thought it would be done by the time we started, but it's a chaotic house right now.
That's all right.
Trying to keep it together.
It's all right. We're pushing through it. We're pushing through it.
But yeah, no, we'll see. Now that the Sixers are on the road, and now like they lost the game at home, which I did not expect to happen. How dominant they are,
Hmm.
but yeah, now that the series goes back to Atlanta. If Atlanta can win one at home, and then it's a 3-game series, who knows?
I'm shocked they lost game 1 just because like you could have told me they lost game 1. I'd been like, oh, Embiid's hurt. No, Embiid scored
No, he wasn't.
39 and had 9 rebounds, and they still lost game 1.
Yeah.
When I look at the Sixers, the only thing I think of, not the only thing, but one of the things I think of is, man, the Mavericks shouldn't have traded Seth Curry.
Yeah, no.
Seth Curry's been
He's
baller
such
for
a
them.
steal.
He's so good for them. And
He's such a perfect fit on that team because everyone they
else can
have on the
shoot.
floor, like, well, they do. I mean, I guess Danny Green should be a shooter, but he's not. They have like Embiid who can score inside and like a little bit outside. Simmons who can drive and kick. Harris who can score outside. So Curry is like always open, even though he's the best shooter on the team.
Yeah, Curry's always open, and Tobias Harris, he's been good all playoffs too.
Hmm.
I don't know if he was good game 1, but he was good game. No, yeah, he was solid game 1. He's been having a good playoffs, and I feel like it's because of also like they're having Solomon Hill guard him, and they're having no one on the Wizards can guard him. So I guess it's just two lucky series in a row where he's going to be an important piece for them.
Hmm. And what's nice about him playing well is that they don't need to rely on Simmons to score any. Just have him focus on locking up Trae Young, which he did in game
4
2.
points, game 2. But yeah, I mean Ben Simmons, I honestly have no idea how to think about him anymore.
Well,
Like,
I mean, he's turned into he was the number 1 pick, so obviously he's not lived up to that potential. Like, he's still a good player for
no,
what he
yeah,
does
he's
well.
a good player. He's a good player, and I just feel like we talked about this last time, but
Yeah, we did.
he just hasn't improved at all since his rookie year. So
Mhm.
that's kind of weird.
He's a good fit on this team though right now because they don't need him to be more than what he is because they have those other scorers.
That's true, and they need him to guard. Like his job is to guard Trae Young. That's your guard. That's your job. So he's doing a good job.
Problem is when they get to the Nets, he can guard one of them.
Well, he can guard one of them,
two
but he needs to
others.
also score against one of them.
Well, but he doesn't need to. Like, they have other scorers on the floor. He doesn't need to score.
It has to be all hands on deck if it's the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, I think we covered pretty much all of the NBA.
Yeah.
You want to speaking of the Hawks, you want to go to our top 5 for the day?
Let's do it.
All right, the top 5 for this week. Top 5 Friday. Is this the first ever top 5 Friday?
I feel like we've done it before. No more than once or twice though.
Yeah, rare occurrence. So one of our biannual top 5 Fridays. And this week we're doing top 5 birds.
Is it yours or mine?
No, I feel like I've gone first a couple times in a row, so you can go. Even if it's not mine, you can go.
I don't remember. All right, my number 1, bald eagle, symbol of America.
America, baby.
I'd be number 1.
America.
Endangered species, so I'll use my platform to say protect the bald eagle.
Yeah, protect the bald eagle. Everyone loves the bald eagle. And if you don't, you're a terrorist.
Yeah, I was gonna say communist, but that works as well.
Yeah, well, hey, you're a communist terrorist. Yeah. Yeah, the bald eagle. Can't get enough of the bald eagle. What's one's named after like Ben Franklin, right? Isn't there a famous bald eagle named after Ben Franklin?
I don't know. I tried to see if there were any famous ones, but I just went with the species in general. Like the original one that they said that's the American mascot, I guess.
Yeah. Not the one Miss Liddick showed us in class, the bald eagles.
Sure.
Yeah, those are the ones. All right, but yes, the bald eagles, America's classics. My number 1, pretty easy. It's my boy Cocky.
Yeah, I figured that would be.
Cocky is my number 1. Love Cocky. Cocky's my boy. He knows me. Hopefully he didn't graduate, or she. Cocky could be.
Do you ever actually find out like who it was?
No, I didn't. I tweeted at the 2 people that were that graduated as Cocky this year, and I said, "Are you my Cocky?" And I got no response. I
Wait,
wonder
so
why.
there's more than just seniors?
I don't know.
How many Cockies are there at once?
I think so. From what I saw in the graduating class, I saw that there was 2 for class of 2020. And then because I'm trying to because they had 2 different graduations. They had 1 for 2020 and 2 for 2021, because they had to do 2 graduations in 1 year.
Right.
But so I don't know. Like, I'm guessing it wasn't the 2021 because I wasn't in school when those guys were in school. So I'm guessing it is one of the 2 at graduation, but I have no idea.
They didn't respond to you.
They didn't respond. So I have. That makes me think that it's my Cocky's still there.
Still there.
I hope so. I hope he's still there.
Is there a part of you that wants to be Cocky?
Oh, there's 100% a part of me that wants to be Cocky. I have literally every basketball game I'd sit next to. It would be my roommate Evan and my future roommate Riley sitting next to each other, and I'd be sitting next to my friend Zion. And every time I turn to him and go, Dude, I want to be cocky so badly. I was like, look at him dance up there. I want to be cocky so badly. So
You know how hot it would get in that thing?
I know.
Especially the or football would be even worse because you're
Yeah,
down
football.
south. And,
Football
ugh.
would be worse. It'd be so hot. But and I wouldn't be able to talk. Like
Hmm.
that's a big thing.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, because it's like it's supposed to be a secret the whole time, right?
yeah, I'm not allowed to tell anyone. I wouldn't. I'd have to like basically. I read the biography of this previous cocky, and he was like, I had to tell my roommates because like he's like Batman. He had to like sneak out and put on the cocky suit, and so he's like, yeah. So I had to tell my roommates, and then I told no one else. He was like, I told that the roommates were sworn to secrecy.
So awesome.
Yeah, it's sick. So I would 100% be cocky, and if I am cocky, you'll know in 4 years. But I,
Yeah, that's the thing. You could be it right now and just
I
playing
can
along,
confirm.
being like,
I can
"Oh,
confirm.
it'd be so
Sadly,
fun to be cocky."
I can confirm sadly that I'm not cocky. But in the future, that'll be the last. This will be the last time I confirm I'm not cocky. The next 3 years, you can just guess, see if I'm cocky or not.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to talk about it on the pod. That would
I know.
be a shame.
You'd be like, you could just be like, "Are you cocky?" And I'll just be like,
That's it.
I don't know.
I
I have
wish.
no idea. Yeah, I can still wish. But yes, cocky, my number one bird.
No, Cocky's a solid mascot.
Thank you.
All right, my number 2, Mordecai from the regular show.
Ah, I had Mordecai.
Awesome
Yes.
bird.
Yes, Mordecai. I love regular show. He's on my keychain. I mean, he's my lanyard is still regular show. So
Oh, nice.
Mordecai's on there.
One of the all-time greatest characters in any cartoon show.
Yeah, I
Really,
agree.
the whole show, like everyone in there, but obviously as the main character, he's the top guy.
And he just works so perfectly with Rigby, because you can
Hmm.
project. I don't know. I feel like you can project yourself on either one of them. Like you can. Everyone falls eventually into either Mordecai or Rigby when you boil them down into it. So
Yeah,
perfect
that's
character.
true. And he's the most or the more reasonable of the two, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I'd be a Rigby guy. I always thought I was a Rigby guy, but
Yeah, I'd definitely be a Mordecai guy.
yeah, I love Mordecai though. That
Mordecai.
guy's great. Yeah, Mordecai. Mordo.
Hmm.
Oh man. All right, my next one is D from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, that's a
Because
good
D is a bird.
That's a good one.
He is such a bird.
Oh man,
Did you
that's
like-
a good pick.
You like that one?
One of my favorite scenes from that show is it's the episode when they broke D
Yes, that
Remember
one.
that one?
Yes.
and they're just like they're chirping her the whole time, or at the beginning of the episode, like they're all making fun of her, and she's like predicting everything they say, and then Frank is finally like, "All right, I got one," and he just goes, "She looks," and she goes, "Like a bird," and he just, that was it. Because that's all they're saying too, is that she looks like a bird.
That episode is great, and I love the episode when they're all in the restaurant, and it's
Oh yeah.
Mac and Dennis, and Charlie and Frank, and they're all like,
Mhm.
"Oh, should we talk to him, or should we invite him to sit with us?" And then Dee's like trying to hide from them and thinking they're thinking all about them, and they just didn't know Dee was there.
Yeah, until the very end.
Yeah. And they're like, "Oh, Dee's here," and she's like, "Yeah, I've always been here."
Yeah, no, D,
As annoying as
great
Dee gets,
character.
yeah, as annoying as Dee gets, she's a necessity for the show.
Yes,
They need
right.
Dee on the show.
The punching bag.
Yes, they need Dee.
All right. My number 3 is a birdie or an eagle in golf. Nothing more satisfying.
Nice.
Especially when you're not like, if you shoot a birdie, you're just like, wow, I am good. Actually.
Yeah.
I'm the king.
Nice. The best is
It's
like
like such a rarity.
the best is in the like the video game, the golf games, and it just like goes up on the screen, just like birdie.
Right, we golf.
Yeah.
Birdie.
yes, it's like, yeah, nice.
Right. It's such a good feeling.
That's a good bird. It's a good bird. Isn't there like a bowling version of that? Get like a turkey.
turkey.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
3 in a
three
row.
strikes in a row, I think, is
Yeah.
a turkey.
That's a turkey. It's a good honorable mention we threw
It's,
up already.
there's also the albatross in golf, which is a like 3 under par.
Is that a bird?
Like a albatross, yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Albatross. Yeah, so if you shot like a 2 on a par 5 or a hole in one on a par 4, that would be an albatross.
Nice. That's even a better feeling. You're like, I'm really good.
Yeah, well, that literally never happens unless you're Happy Gilmore and drive the green on a par 4.
Okay, my next one is Roadrunner. Love Roadrunner.
Yeah,
he's always
pick.
one step ahead. He's always one step
Hope
ahead.
so.
Wile E. Coyote. You can never get him. Never catch the bird.
Yep, that's a good pick. All right, my number 4. Yeah, right. I have Hedwig, Harry Potter's owl. It's a reliable bird on the list by far.
I don't know why every time we do a top 5 and then you say a Harry Potter thing, I go, he's a Harry Potter guy. Forgot.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why. I'm just like every.
It
single
hasn't
time.
happened that often, but
No, that's why. Because it's like it'd be like every couple lists you throw up a Harry Potter one. I'd be like, Harry Potter guy. Forgot about that.
yeah. Anytime there's not anytime, but I feel like a lot of the times there's animals. There's something from Harry Potter. Like, oh yeah, he's got to be on the list. Like the toads. There's a toad. Trevor. That was Neville's toad. Rats. I think I had a rat on there.
Yeah, I think you had a rat because it's Ron Weasley's rat, right?
Yeah, Ron.
It's actually the one professor, isn't it? With the
yeah,
weird
it's Peter Pettigrew.
It's a little weird.
What is the rat's name? That's gonna make me angry. I gotta look that up.
Well, I'll give you time to look.
Yeah, Hedwig.
Hedwig
always reliable.
He's a good bird. Yeah. He's delivering, the wizard mails, stuff like that.
Yeah. Scabbers. I was thinking Scrapper, but yeah, Scabbers.
Oh, that's a rat.
Yeah. Bad guy too.
Yeah, I forget. He was I forgot he turned into a bad guy. That's weird that he's like his rat though. It's like it's like Ron's rat. It's a little weird.
It's pet rat.
Yeah. Yeah, anyways, Hedwig, good bird. Solid choice. My next one, I'm gonna go with Daffy Duck. I always like Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
My next one, yeah.
He's like always just Daffy Duck. I don't know what to say. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I was never like super into Looney Tunes.
I love the old Looney Tunes.
I don't.
The old Looney Tunes are like
so I can't say much about.
You ever seen like the duck season, rabbit season? Classic clip.
I mean, I've seen like the Geico commercial where it's like Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
He's hunting rabbits.
Yeah. It's the
Grandpa loves Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes.
That's about all I know about it.
Yeah, it's like the older ones are actually really funny if you sit down and watch them. They're comedic.
Sure. All right. I will wrap up my list with The Raven, the one from the poem. One that's like rap, rap, rap on the chamber door.
Yeah, I remember him.
That one specifically.
Yeah, he's the Baltimore Raven technically.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, good bird.
Not the team.
Yeah,
I don't like the team. Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah.
Or they were the team.
That makes sense. The good poem, solid bird.
Mm-hmm.
Edgar Allan Poe wrote a masterful bird.
Creepy guy.
He's a weirdo. He has a big head too. Anyways, my next one, my last one, I'm gonna go with Mr. Ping from Kung Fu Panda. He's
That his dad?
Yes, that's his dad. He's the duck. He's the duck of.
I completely forgot his dad was a duck.
It doesn't make any sense, but it's hilarious.
He's adopted.
Yeah. That I guess I never saw the third one. He does have like panda parents, doesn't he?
I think so. I remember I saw a little bit of the second one, and I think it came up then. Yeah,
it's alright.
whatever.
He's a good father figure. He's a good father.
Yeah, he's a great father figure.
He's
Remember-
wise.
Do you,
He is wise.
He is, yeah. He's very wise. Remember how excited he was when he thought that Poe had a noodle dream?
Yeah.
Just remember he dreams. I forget what he dreams about. I think obviously like kung fu, but then he lies to his dad and he's like, "Yeah, I was dreaming about noodles," and he's just eyes light up.
Yeah.
Like, man, you had to do him like that.
I know. You had to lie to
I
his
had to
face
make
like
him
that.
believe.
Yeah.
You had
sad.
the noodle dream.
But then he became the Dragon Warrior, so he he made up for it. He made up for it. But his I know. He just wants his son to follow in his footsteps. He wants his son to make him proud. Nothing more you can ask for.
You know what? I like this movie is actually pretty amazing the way it's written now that I think about it, because there's the secret ingredient to the noodles, remember?
Mhm.
The secret ingredient is nothing.
It's nothing.
It's you making it.
Mhm.
And later on, and Poe's like pissed about that. And later on,
Yeah,
remember when he gets
the dragon
like the scroll,
the dragon
and
scroll.
it's just a reflection?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that
It's
you
all within
along.
you. It's all within you
Yeah.
all along. That's
Yeah,
why
he is wise.
that's why Master Yugwe wasn't wrong. He knew who he was picking.
Yeah. I should watch that movie again. That is a really
I
good
think we
movie.
should do a movie review on that one. We do have to do Shrek.
We already have Shrek.
Yeah. If we
The
get those
docket.
two lined up, we got, what is that, all of DreamWorks? Kung Fu Panda and Shrek. That's about it.
Yeah, and then Shrek 2, 3, and 4, and Kung Fu Panda 2 and 3.
Of course.
The other ones.
All right.
All right. Honorable mentions. Donald Duck got to be on there.
Who?
Donald Duck.
Oh, yeah. Donald Duck. Classic. I like Scrooge McDuck. Scrooge McDuck is cool. His big money, with his money chamber. Diving in.
All right. I had the Tootsie Roll owl. Remember from the commercials when
yeah,
they
Tootsie
come up and they hand him the lollipop and he licks it twice and he just pops the whole.
He's very relatable. He's a relatable character.
Yeah, I just don't have the patience.
No, yeah, he's a relatable character. You get handed a Tootsie Pop, I'm chewing that thing in probably 2 minutes.
Yeah. Slapshot, the Capitals mascot.
The capital,
bird.
wait, what? A bird?
Yeah. Ugh. Relax. Yeah, their mascot, he's a bald eagle. His name is Slapshot.
Yeah,
Skates around the ice.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
Zazu from The Lion King.
Yeah,
Great side character.
Zazu's good.
We have to go with Zazu, and he shows up. And then finally, dog's trying to ruin this, but pigeon that drove the bus. Ever read those
Yes!
books?
Don't let the pigeon drive the bus. That's one of my favorite childhood books of all time. Don't let the pigeon drive the bus. I can't believe I forgot about the pigeon.
I forgot how it came up in my while I was searching, but I think I just saw pigeon. And I was like, "There's a pigeon that." Oh yeah, don't let the pigeon
Don't let
drive
the
the
pigeon
bus.
drive the bus. That is a all-time book. If we did all time, we might have to do a top 5 childhood book. I don't know if we
yeah.
have do you think there's 10? I feel like we can get 10.
Oh yeah, I could
Yeah.
think of all I have.
Alright.
I mean, I would just ask my mom and
Yeah, same. I just pull out some old
if she
ones.
could give me. Yeah.
All right,
Take a
that
trip
I
down
think
memory
that's
lane.
I think that's for Tuesday. Top 5 childhood books.
There we go. Look at us planning
Yeah,
in advance.
We're planning in advance. That'll be nice because I'll have a couple days instead of probably 5 minutes to come up with.
We'll probably still do it. 5
Yeah,
minutes before
I'll probably
anyway.
forget and have
Yeah,
to look up
right.
childhood books. But I can't say any more now because I don't want to spoil it. But that's great character, great character. Is that all your honorable mentions? Okay, mine is Big Bird. Had to be on the list. Big Bird's a classic. Chicken Little, Sky's Falling.
Oh, I was gonna put Chicken Little on my list. I
Chicken
forgot
Little's
about
good.
him.
Chicken Little's good. Foghorn Leghorn. Yeah, I think he's another Looney Tunes character.
Oh, okay.
He's the I say Foghorn.
yeah.
Yeah. And then the Twitter bird,
Oh yeah.
the pesky little bird.
Does he have a name?
I don't know. Let me look it up.
Just yeah, I don't know what they would name it.
Twitter bird name Larry. Oh, it's Larry the Bird. That's pretty funny.
How do we not have Larry Bird as an honorable mention.
Oh
On
yeah,
the
we're
list.
stupid.
He's got to be on there.
Yeah, Larry Bird. We're dumb for not having Larry Bird on there.
Yeah.
We just weren't
That's
creative enough.
annoying.
That's a
There's got to
shame.
be other guys with last name Bird too. That
Yeah, we
I don't know if
probably missed a
anyone-
couple that we could have thrown in there, but I had D. I think D was
Deep that made up for it.
that D might have kind of made up for it. But I know we missed out on Larry Legend, Larry the Bird,
Yeah.
no, Larry Bird. Man, now I'm ashamed of myself.
And even more specific, the photographer
that took
that,
a picture of
that
John
looked
Hare
like Larry
falling-
Bird.
falling
Yes,
falling off a bike.
best photographer of all time.
He looked exactly like Larry Bird, and he
He did.
was relentless with
He was
his pursuit to embarrass John. It was his life goal was to embarrass John Hare.
Yep, an
Poor kid.
18-year-old man falling off of a bike that was made for like a 14-year-old disabled kid.
My shame. Poor John. John will never live that down. Oh my god.
He's lucky that no one that he actually knows saw it happen, aside from a couple people.
He's lucky it was
It's not
one
like
of, and
he's
he's
riding
lucky
around
one of
the
them was
schoolyard.
Riley Nolan. So he's got some he can at least fight back with Riley. So yeah, what a Larry the Bird. Oh man. All right. That does it. Another shorter episode. We're getting to the 45-minute mark though. I think that's pretty solid, especially we don't want to
This time of year is
Overtalk.
when
we don't
we
want to
start to shorten the episodes a bit.
That's all right though. Solid stream. Thanks everyone for showing up, and see everybody on Tuesday.